The Smashing Machine. This movie, for me, and I think for a lot of people, will go down in history as being a mystery. And the mystery is, why did it fail? You have Dwayne Johnson, you have Emily Blunt, you have some beautiful cinematography, you have A24 being the studio distributing this film, you have Benny Safdie, who is now Bowser Jr. in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, directing, and let me tell you, this movie failed because, unfortunately, not a lot of people know who Mark Kerr is. That's not a bad thing per se, but if you're making a biopic, well then the person has got to be famous, right? Because biopics come and go. There are so many of them now that they need to stand out. And this movie did not stand out. I remember watching this movie and I was thinking, I'd rather have a movie about Mark Coleman, Mark Kerr's best friend. The middle of the movie kind of steams to a halt because there's not really much story. It's a beautifully shot film. There are some beautiful scenes, some beautiful acting from Emily Blunt. You know, this is the best The Rock has been. However, in this movie, The Rock plays Mark Kerr, and Mark Kerr, his mannerisms and stuff remind me of The Rock. So, in effect, The Rock isn't really truly acting because Mark Kerr is very much like The Rock. Yes, there's some beautiful themes about overcoming a drug addiction, and there's a beautiful thematic motif about Mark getting his wife the colourful bowl, and then her smashing it, and Mark repairing it for her. But if you take away these themes, there's not really much else in the story of the movie. The movie also doesn't really properly conclude. Now, while there's a beautiful story here about, or a beautiful character arc about Mark Kerr accepting defeat, and while I really did like the movie, and I liked that arc, the movie just kind of ends abruptly. And so I think word of mouth did not get out, because the movie just kind of felt like it was going through the motions. However, I do urge people to watch the movie on streaming because it is worth a watch. It's a beautifully shot film, beautifully acted, and the start and the end of the film are very, very good. It deals with addiction. It deals with overcoming addiction. There is some raw emotion packed into this film. The fighting is brutal because remember, this was a guy who was wrestling before the WWE and choreographed fighting. So there is some beautifully shot fighting in here, really violent and gory. There is some beautiful character moments, Mark Kerr and his trainer. There is heart to this movie, while there might not be as much substance. And I think those were the two main reasons that The Smashing Machine failed. Nobody knew who Mark Kerr was, and there was little kind of substance in the middle part of the movie, and that makes it drag to a halt. But guys, please do watch this film on streaming. It is still a beautiful film. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.